line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Go, get out there, get out there.
A second down throw for Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They've just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 11. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Taco Charlton in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Dalton here from the gun. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Here we go. 180. Take 4. Here we go. 46. 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Carl Lawson, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. Jordan Willis, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Here we go. 47, 47. 26.
Prescott now from the 50. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Andrew Billings in there again as this offensive line is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The Bengals getting set to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Dalton throwing on second down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. It's taken to the 26. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And out now come the Cowboys. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here we go. 46.
Second down, Prescott. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. This is Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. That's complete to John Ross. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gun.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch 80 move. 21's the will. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
52-44, get ready for 57 over there.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And he goes goes down. Dalton couldn't get rid of it, and that will be a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Gun. Here we go. Wide, ain't it? Hey, we're going right there. 26.
Prescott off play action. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Wide, ain't it? Under. 26. 26.
Prescott to throw it. Hard throw, incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Jalen Smith. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go. 93, 52, 93, 40.
Got to be careful here, Dalton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, get ready for something coming left.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
There we go.
A 1st down carry for Smith. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
All right, here we go. Green!
Now they'll run it on the taunts. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 26.
He'll get it up the middle. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down. Here's Prescott. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good. And that will make the lead now 26. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something.
And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Cooper was the target there.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He's going to air one out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dalton. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Dalton. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen? And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. They find some open field here. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Now for the point after. Extra point right down the middle. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a new one.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing. Dalton going deep downfield for Ross. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Let's take it inside his own 40. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And now running right through it. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They keep it with Smith on 1st down. Finding room to the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And now here's Ross. Bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, there's something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. First and 10 for Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
59.
The 1st down throw coming for Dalton. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Jalen Smith in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Now he'll be hit from behind, and he is landed on hard. Taco Charlton in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Now the Bengals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They're going to look to throw. Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Now let's go!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
A handoff to Smith. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They come up in an offset eye. They go back to the ground with Smith. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back now in Arlington, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Cowboys on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. After the penalty, it's Smith. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
3 down. 3 down.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a give to Smith. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
We got three, fellas. Now let's go.
They'll run it again with Smith. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go. 3-19.
On the run, it's Smith. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Hey, 4 down. 5-52.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
On the ground, this is Smith. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
Again, it's Smith. And now running right through it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Here we go. Green.
Smith. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll run it now with Smith. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now it's Smith. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
I think probably just trying to draw him off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep of protest out of them. That's just who they are.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Facing this fourth-quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here.